YouTube needs to sort their shit. There's something I say way too often, that YouTube needs to sort their shit. They need to sort their priorities. They need to stop doing wrong by their smaller channels. And they certainly need to stop protecting bigger channels that don't deserve it. Nothing hammers that point home more than the latest controversy with Logan Paul. For those of you that have been living under a rock for the last wee while, a big YouTuber named Logan Paul was in Japan. He filmed a video where he went to Japan's infamous suicide forest and even filmed footage of him with one of the dead bodies hanging from a tree. Fresh dead body, yeah, sure, he blurred the face and everything out, but it doesn't change the fact that this was someone's son or brother or relative. Logan thought it would be a good idea to upload this kind of shit to YouTube. He was getting a good laugh out of it. So he can say that he wasn't meaning anything malicious by it all he wants, but the fact is he was making fun of someone that took their own life in a forest where people have been known to take their own lives due to the fact that it's called Suicide Forest. Well, excuse me, the fact that so many people take their lives there have led to it being called Suicide Forest. So this video got 6 million views and was number 10 on YouTube's trending videos when it was uploaded. Naturally, YouTube did nothing about it. YouTube, the swiftest, most deadliest force when it comes to demonetizing videos for doing anything wrong for the most part, were sluggish as all hell doing anything about Logan Paul's video. So eventually Logan himself pulled down the video after realizing the utter backlash he was getting from it. YouTube for once broke their lack of utter transparency yesterday by releasing an obviously tailored bit of jargon talking about how they released Logan Paul from their preferred partner program. Which really is quite pathetic when you think about it, that that's all they've done. They claim they're looking into it further, but really what else can they do outside of kick them off their platform? But it just goes to prove a point. YouTube is a business first and foremost. And like any business, YouTube's bottom line is to make as much profit as it possibly can. That's their driving force. That's the driving force behind any and all of their business decisions. That is why the adpocalypse happened. That is why you get people like Logan Paul, who are allowed to basically run rampant and act like scumbags. Because they're popular amongst a certain demographic, and their videos make a lot of money for Google and YouTube. And to be honest, it's always kind of been this way. There are a lot of YouTubers using the platform who are genuinely terrible people who are doing really well for themselves. Let me put it to you like this. At the top end of the scale, you get people like Onision, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, SocialRepose. And man, that SocialRepose dude, I was watching OfficialGATG's video on that dude, and man, I have never ever had my skin crawl and had a shiver go down my spine just looking at someone and their general body language, man. But then, yeah, that's on the higher end of the scale, and on the lower end of the scale, you have your Durian Riders, your Freely the Banana Girls, your Vegan Gainses, your Amos Yees. You have a whole bunch of absolutely shitty human beings who don't seem to really suffer the same punishments as such from YouTube as the rest of us do. Because they make YouTube and Google money. Now, admittedly, the adpocalypse, I know for a fact, due to statements released, has affected Onision and Amos Yee's profits. That's for sure. But they're still here. And Onision should have been punished for his crappy behaviour a long time ago. And I know that he's old news, but my point is that Onision is basically the original YouTube sociopath, and he is the biggest case of YouTube not giving a fuck about someone who makes them cash. Onision was and still is a piece of shit, and YouTube turns a blind eye to any and all of his conduct. And the same is true for Logan Paul. Because even though he's kicked off this partner program, I have to wonder if that still means that his videos won't be monetized. Because Logan Paul is still making YouTube and Google money. So no, I don't think they'll look into this further or punish him further. He makes YouTube fat stacks of bank. This is why YouTube kicks downwards first. You have your smaller content creators who get punished first and foremost, and your bigger content creators very rarely, if ever, do. And why? Because they make YouTube money. You can be the worst person in the world. You can exploit your family. You can exploit your divorces. You can kill animals. You can be a horrible, lying piece of shit. You can wish death on an entire country. You can exploit your bloody husband and your own drug habit. You can advocate pedophilia to an extent. Amos did have one video removed, but the rest of them are still up. And more on that little motherfucker later, by the way. I'm releasing another video on that little piece of shit further down the track. You can threaten death on people. You can brag about how you're glad your grandfather died. Google gives approximately 0.00 fucks and will turn a blind eye. Meanwhile, smaller YouTubers say fuck one too many times, and YouTube comes down on us like a ton of fucking bricks. And I'm sorry to relate this general disgusting behaviour to the rest of us and make it seem like this recording is somewhat self-serving, but my point is this. YouTube is perfectly okay with sociopathic, self-centered, nasty, arrogant, cruel behaviour if it's making them money. They turn a blind eye when necessary and when it's beneficial to them. Otherwise, they are the most lethal force on the planet. And obviously, it's Selective. This platform is getting worse. Some people don't even want to be here anymore because of how bad YouTube's gotten. But I look at it like this. If they had millions of subscribers, they'd be set. But because they're not some multi-bloody subscriber celebrity with over 40,000 subs, YouTube doesn't care about them. YouTube will break out the old lead pipe and whack a few kneecaps, provided your channel is small enough. Otherwise, you are pretty much untouchable and given free rein to be a shit human being. YouTube has proven this time and again, and YouTube will continue to prove this. I will continue using YouTube because I've built up a small audience, and for the most part, in spite of its flaws, I enjoy bringing new content to and entertaining people. But at the end of the day, I know for a fact I am ice skating uphill when it comes to wanting equal treatment, and I know a lot of other people are too. It's bullshit, but until a viable alternative comes along, there's really not much we can do except tell Google and YouTube that they suck, pretty much. And that's all there is to it. Logan Paul is a piece of fucking crap. But he is just one of many that pollute this website. And to be honest, I don't think anything's ever going to change. And that's the harsh reality. I'm Damian Skyfire. Till next time.